What I have for you in this video is the law of creation. And the first thing in the law of creation you need to understand is the Creator's mindset, okay? What are we looking at here as being the key word? Creator, okay? Creator, within creation, mindset, okay? And that's the first thing you want to understand about God's law of creation, the spiritual law of creation, is it ties in with all that we do down here, okay? First thing it ties in with, science. Science is not the first one that was created. Math was, okay? Math was created first, science, history, and language. But history and math, they pretty much tie hand in hand because that's pretty much the timekeeper to the math. So maybe history comes in as number 2, and then science, and then language, if I had to take a guess in the sequential order of how it would go. And that would be the 4 keys, okay? Now, one of the keys, the major keys, is understanding that math is the key to the spiritual map, okay? To the spiritual law map within your body. And that the next piece that you want to understand is upgrading your children to be creators, okay? You want to upgrade your children to be creators. The Creator's mindset. You want to be under the law of creation, not the law of destruction, okay? What you want to understand, what the next thing you want to know is about this law of creation is what you think is impossible to God is not within timing, okay? So that's also what you want to understand about the Creator's mindset. What you think is impossible is not impossible to God, okay? The next part you want to understand about the mindset of the law of creation within the Creator's mindset is the knowledge is the key to understanding the wisdom is power. Okay? And then you would want to go to the next piece, which is going to tie into the law of creation as well. It takes 2 to equal 1, a baby, which equals 3, a family, which equals the Creator's law. Okay? Just consider the Creator's law. It takes 2, no matter what species it is, to create 1, a baby. Okay? That's the sequence. That's the sequence. Okay? It was 2 equals 1. And that's the equation right there. One of the math equations to the Creator's law. Love all life forms created by Creator God. Okay? The one that created us, that's the easiest way I can say this. It created us. Love all life forms created by God, Creator. Okay, the next one is King of Kings mindset, the Alpha mindset. Christ was speaking about this, and he spoke about that he was the King of all kings, the Lord of all lords. So if that's the Alpha's mindset. Okay, to understand that you're always the King of all kings, the Lord of all lords. But not technically, you're not really. You're not the Most High God. You just have to have that mindset. It's part of the Creator's mindset to ensure, but you're never above the King itself. But you're King of kings. That's why it says King of kings. Of many kings. Okay? So it's king within kings. Which every man is a king of his own kingdom. You must understand that. It's the kingdom of light rule. Law of the Spirit is love. Okay? So law of the Spirit is love. Keeping good health, participation. Okay? Everybody needs to participate within the Creator's mindset. And it'll keep us in good health. Understanding why creation exists. You must get that understanding before you die. Why does creation exist? Should you ask not yourself this question? It's a fruitful thought. Okay, next piece is don't kill life without praying over the life. It has a spirit in the body just like you do. Okay? If you kill it without telling it to go home, it might become a lost spirit. Okay? All spirits, all animals, all life, anything that's breathing has spirit within it. God's spirit. Not yours. God's spirit. So you're killing God. Okay? Because you're killing the law of creation. The next part you want to understand is God is the root to the tree of life. Okay? And the last piece that I have for you is the book of life. Equals all life creation. Okay? Everything that's ever been existed from heaven to earth is in the book of life. Okay? The Lamb's book of life. This is the Lamb. This is Christ. The Lamb book of life, man. This is where all creation is in this book that's ever been created. And you were in there. So Christ came and visited you. Not in the appearance that people say that he would appear as. So I'm not going to speak on his appearance because I never met the man. It says you're more blessed if you haven't seen me than if you have seen me. So don't let me try to say I've seen the guy. I never seen him. But I'm assuming he was lower than angels, then he became higher than the angels. So he grew in rank within his time here. So he went up the ranks and became the most high kingdom, the most high